Now I'm explaining basic statistics in unit number 2 in our syllabus. It is quantitative analysis for decision. Unit number 2. Topic name is classification and tabulation of data. In this we are going to study about what is meant by classification, what is meant by tabulation of data, what are the different types of type users, how it can be made. All these details we are going to study in this unit. First we are going to study what is meant by data. Data represent any group of measurement. So we said that what is the fact of information which is numerically represent, that is group measurement. We are talking about data that happen to interest us. These measurement provide information the decision makers uses. Data are the foundation of any statistical investigation, and job collecting data is the same for the statistician as collecting stone, mortar, cement, bricks, etc. is for a builder. That is called data. Collection of data. Collection of data is the basic activity of statistical science. It means collection of facts and figures relating to particular phenomenon. That means data is called a collection of the information in the huge people, huge items, huge numbers, which is present in the under the study of any problem, whether it is in business or economics, social or natural sciences. It's called, you can say, collection of data. Such material can be obtained directly from the individual units called primary sources, or from the material published, or called as secondary sources. It is called primary sources, means which the data we are going to be collecting the first time. It's called as primary sources. Already published or recorded or printed, that items or that information is called as secondary sources. Difference between primary and secondary. These are the differences. Primary data and secondary data. Basic nature. In primary data are original and are collected for the first time. Secondary data which are collected earlier by someone else and which are now in published or unpublished state. Second one, collecting agency. In primary data, these data are collected by the investigator itself. Come to the secondary data were collected earlier by some other person. Post collection alterations. These data do not need any alteration as they are according to the requirement of the investigation. But in secondary data, these data have to be analyzed and necessary changes have to be made to make them useful as per the requirement of the investigation, where it is in secondary data. Time and money. More time, energy and money has to be spent in collection of these data, because the first time we are going to collect, we need to be spend time, money, energy at all. And then secondary data, just comparatively primary data, it is less time. Money is to be spent, less money, less time to be spent to collecting the secondary data. These are the difference between primary and secondary data. Questionnaire. What is meant by questionnaire? It is a document purpose, containing some questions related to the specific requirement of a statistical investigation for collection of information which is filled by the informants personally. That's called questionnaire. What are the requirements of the good questionnaire? Questionnaire means questions will be asking the person, getting the information. Questions should be simple way, should be there, and clear and short. Then only people will read and write and answer the question. Simple alternative or multiple choice question. Either yes or no type, or strongly agree, neither nor, disagree, strongly disagree. Like that 5 scale you can use. 5 scale, Likert scale, or yes or no type, or accepted, rejected, or cannot say, like that. Any form of simple way to understand the question, that type should be there. Unambiguous and precise, the question should be unambiguous, should be there, and precise, that related to the what topic we are going to be collecting in the information, that should be there. And then question should be in sequence form, should be in sequence form. First question, second question, third question, fourth question, till end of the question. That should be in order. That should be a relation to previous question to present question to next question to that next, like that should be there. Directly relative questions. The question should be asked in the directly. The reader should understand very properly, very fast. Then only they will answer. Otherwise, they will get bored. Then they will not be answer for that. So the question should be proper in manner. Test of accuracy. The properly collected or given the information, accuracy can be maximum can be getted. That's a test of accuracy. That's the reason only questionnaire will be prepared. No restricted questions affecting personal games. It's not asking personal questions. Suppose the personal questions they ask, you should not disclose with anybody else. Then the questions will be found. And then we should give an assurance of secrecy to the information. Any personal questions are asking, suppose they are giving the answer or they are giving the information, you must not disclose with anybody. Disclose. Okay, that's the probability of a perfect answer. The answer always will be talking about the probability. Okay, neither accepted nor rejected. That doesn't matter at all. But probability basis only. Chances are maximum to win or sometimes lose. That will be happening. That's a questionnaire format. Census. Census, we know in our country every 10 years, once in 10 years we are going to be collecting information. So see, a census is a survey conducted on the full set of observation objects belonging to a given population or universe. In our country 130 crore people are there. In that 130 crore people we need to get an information regarding name, sex, job, experience, employment, unemployment, income, expenditure, education, literates, illiterates, like that. All the information can be getted. A census is the complete enumeration of a population or groups at a point in time with respect to all well-defined characteristics. What to be defined, what we are going to get in the information. In particular region, how many people are there? How many people can we live in this particular region? What else can be done? For example, population, production, traffic on particular roads. In some connection, the term is associated with the data collected rather than the extent of the collection. So that the term sample census has a distinct meaning. Survey sampling. We are going to see now it is a survey sampling. Selecting members from a target population to be in a sample for a sample survey. Usually the survey is some type of questionnaires. That survey can be asked in the in-person, phone or internet survey. Nowadays mobile, email, Google form, in different format is there. The three parts will be there. One is sample selection. Sample you can take and then select it and get the information about the items or things whichever you are going to be investigated. Then data collection, collecting the data through mail, phone or in person. You can use any kind of medium whichever the modern technology is applicable. Then estimation, using estimators from the collected data to make inferences about the population as a whole. That should be done. This is for survey sampling. Random sampling or define random sampling. Random sampling means unpredicted data will be collected from the group of data. Random sampling is one which selection of items is done in such a way that every item of the universe has been equal chance of being selected. In that, random sampling is based on probability and it is free from biases. Come to the second one. The different methods of random sampling. One by one, we'll see lottery method. We are seeing everywhere, lucky draw. Rotating the drum. You can see that wheels will be rotating, drums will be rotating, which is going to be fall. Usually in Hollywood movies and all, we can able to see that. Then by systematic arrangement, 1, 2, 3 will arrange, and then we will be predicted what we are going to get according to that. That's a systematic arrangement. Rotate wheel method. In internet we will get oftenly we share some people to share, you'll get a lucky draw like that. Wheel is will rotating, then we can press spin the wheel like that will come, you'll get a chances of winning that. By random numbers, again numbers will be arranged and then we'll be collecting information. Now classification. Classification will talk about. Classification is the process of arranging the data into various groups, classes, subclasses according to some common characteristics of spreading them into different but related parts. This is what